one of your headlights is burned out, stay tuned. Because today I'm going to show you how to change high-intensity xenon light bulbs in a modern car. Now if you look inside this new xenon bulb, you'll notice there's no filaments like an old-fashioned bulb. So these bulbs can act a little bit differently. When they stop working, they don't necessarily stop entirely. Just like fluorescent light bulbs, they can work and not work and work and not work. So if you find your light bulb works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't, it's often a bad xenon bulb in a modern car. Now in the case of this Toyota Prius, the bulb is inside here and there's no working room on the back, so you got to pull the whole assembly out. So you pull the trim out of the way and take the bolt off in the front. It just unbolts with a 10mm wrench. And we've also removed the bolt on the top of the assembly here. Now that lets us wiggle it a little bit to get more working room in the back. Because on this horrible design, in order to get the whole assembly out, you have to pull the bumper off the car to access the bolts on the bottom. So let's hope we have enough room to get it from the back now. And in this case, we're going to remove the squirter water bottle so we have more room to work. You might have to really wiggle it, but it finally comes out. Then with a simple twist, we can get the cover off. And the bulb is right inside here. It's held on by a little stainless steel clip. You move out of the way. Then with a little wiggling, out comes the bulb. And we'll compare them. They look the same, but more importantly, they have the same name. D4R Xenon. And if you look real closely, you see the one on the left, this middle part here is kind of cloudy where it's more clear. That means that this one's new and this one is just starting to burn out. And in the case of this Toyota, you can only put them in one way. They have a big notch, and that fits in a hole that has a notch sticking out. They can only go in one way, so you don't have to worry about putting them in upside down. So we just place it in and put this little snap on each side so it's held in place nice and solid. Then we put its connector on and snap it to the side so it stays in place. Then before we put it all back together, let's turn it on and see if it works. And voila! Both the right side and the left side work now. So now we can put all the plastic parts back in. The plastic weather shield back in and then turn it so it locks in place. Then wiggle the squirter bottle back in place and bolt it in and snap all these stupid little snap locks in. And just to make sure, let's turn the lights on again. And here we have it. Lights on the left, lights on the right. And you might have noticed I'm wearing gloves. It's not a dirty job, but if you touch this bulb with your fingers and get human grease on it, it will burn itself out fast. So you never want to touch that with fingers or oil or grease or anything. Because these babies aren't cheap. This is a specialty one, cost $175. Yeah, I'm not making that up. $175 for one bulb. So the next time you're looking to buy a car, you might check out to see if there's normal halogen or these high-intensity bulbs. And buy a normal halogen one if you want your light bulbs to only cost about $5 a piece. Plus, even in a late model Toyota like this, they're easy to change. You just twist them and the bulb comes out. No assembly required in this case. But if you do have one of these high-intensity xenon bulbs, at least you can save some money by changing it yourself now. And remember, if you've got any car questions, visit the Scotty Kilmer channel. And I'll answer them as soon as I get back from my shack.